Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at quite a few losses here, kind of doing the opposite where I put in a bunch of wins and throw in a loss here or there. We're going to be taking a look at a bunch of losses and throwing in a win randomly. So my spirits are down as far as Go Battle League, folks. It was a bad day. It's getting hard countered. It was just horrible, and let's go ahead and just take a look at what we have going on here. So we're running a Cobalion, Charizard, and Dragalge. We're going to go ahead and I think we're going to stay with that here. Go in again to see what we have. Now, I was out of town and I was showing a friend, I was like, watch this. We're going to see flyers or a ghost type up front. And that's sure enough, this is exactly what we're seeing with the fighting. And he's like, okay, well, continue on. We'll see, you know, you have to get a sample size of at least 6 or so to see exactly what's going on. Even that's very small, but the consistency of what we're going to see in the back too. And it was fun showing them because they haven't really watched any sort of Pokemon Go channel or anything like that. They play video games and they know obviously about algorithms, and they know about Pokemon. They just haven't played Pokemon Go, so they know about typings. And we were just showing it. I was showing them. It's like, take a look. Let's see what we have. All right, so what's going on right now? Am I making mistakes or this and that? Could I went for a Dragon Claw, then another Dragon Claw? Sure could have there. Bringing in the Cobalion, I thought okay, yeah, we're going to be able to get to the Sacred Sword. Fortunately, it's not going to do enough for us. Oh, and they're catching with the Dragonite. That was a very nice catch. Okay. Bringing in our Dragalge because we want to shield up this Dragon Claw here. And will we be able to take them out? Oh, it's going to be pretty close. We're going to let this first crunch go here. And they have a lot of energy built up, so we're going to obviously shield this up, or else we're going to be going down as we do resist their poison. All right, going for that first Aqua Tail. A few more Dragon Tails, maybe. I don't think that's going to be enough. This is the Ultra League, and that thing is a Shadow, but it's not that weak. Swapping and trying to catch a potential move, and then I back out, or I'm trying to rage quit here. But we're just going to have to eat it, and we go down. Oh, boy. All right. So we're going to actually do this live. Well, not necessarily live, but kind of transition it without cutting it up. As minimal as possible here. So we're going to put Articuno up front, put the Trevenant in the middle, and go with Dragalge in the back. Let's see what the game is going to throw at me right now. And we're going to be met with a Tentacruel. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and go for the Icy Wind to lower their attack and then start hitting them with Ancient Power. You know, to be honest, if you're running the Shadow like this, you might as well just keep going Icy Wind. Ancient Power is just about doing as much, and you're going to be able to guarantee lower their stats as opposed to potentially raising yours. So we're not getting any stat boost here, and now they're going to be able to almost farm us down. Looks like they're going to throw, which is great, using up that energy. And we do have the Trevenant and the Dragalge in the back. We're going to go ahead and bring in the Trevenant because we can absorb everything that they do throw at us here. Just hopefully we do not get a debuff on the Trevenant. And folks, if you can hit that like button, that'd be much appreciated to see if you do like this kind of content where I show you my losses and more so than the wins. Okay, it's good to do that once in a while here. All right, and it's going to be a Scrafty. Okay, and we're landing the Outrage, which is great. We're looking like we could potentially do something here, but again, it's really going to depend on what is in the back. Going to go for the Aqua Tail here, and they have a Charizard. Okay, so this is unfortunately game over. If we were able to get off that Aqua Tail, then we could potentially have a chance. But they had 2 shields, energy on the Charizard, and we had an Articuno. All right, so with the Dragalge, we could have stayed there, sure, but we don't want to get hit with Moonblast too much, even though we're going to be part poison and or potential future sight. So we're going to bring in the Gramble. I was getting sick and tired of this. Now, 9 times out of 10, anybody's going to shield this up. So I go for Crunch, and they let it go. I was like, you got to be kidding me. I don't even know why I went for Crunch, to be honest with you, because this is just about going to KO. I'm going to get Lock-On farm down. Right. Should have just went for Close Combat. So that was my mistake. So there you go. Potential error on my end here so far. Great. Bringing in the Dragalge to farm them down here. But Jirac, it is a force to be reckoned with, that is for sure. Going to go for the Outrage up against that Cresselia, hoping they let this go. And they're shielding it up. Makes sense. So we're going to go ahead and immediately swap into our Articuno. And they're swapping into their Giratina, and we have a little something on our hands here, folks. We do have to remember that the Cresselia does have energy. We lowered their attack before they're able to get off a charge move. We're going to let it go and call it Dragon Claw, and that's exactly what it is. So we're looking good here. And we're going to let this go as well and farm them down. Hopefully it's not an Ancient Power. Fantastic. And we are looking good. We still have a shield left. Immediately throw in this Icy Wind to lower their attack. We're not going to survive a Moonblast at this point. A obvious Grass Knot will be able to be survived with the Articuno, but okay, they go for the Grass Knot, and we get to another Icy Wind with this Articuno, and it looks like we're going to finally be able to take the win. Or it's not over yet, swapping into the Dragalge, using our last shield, literally holding onto it for the last second, and we take that win. All right. Scrafty, Nidoqueen, Articuno. All right. Okay. What do you think we're going to see this time? Let's have a little fun. Okay. All right. And Tentacruel. There it is. There it is. Okay. So we'll just hang tight here and just go for these foul plays, I suppose. I mean, don't really want to swap and lock ourselves. They do have Skull. Nidoqueen is going to be kind of weak to that. Kind of. It's going to be weak to it. And then Articuno is not going to be too effective up against Tentacruel. So I'm hoping they're going to let this one go here. Let's see if we can fix this matchup and turn it around in this situation here. We're going to let this go, expecting another Skull that is going to KO. Now, what we're going to do is farm down with Nidoqueen. We're going to have to shield a potential Skull. We could have went for Poison Fang. Could have went for it right there. But having all this energy is going to potentially draw out a shield later down here. So we'll just have to see where they're going to throw in a Charizard. Great, we're going to throw the Poison Fang immediately here. Then go for the next one, of course. And hope that they're going to shield this up. Otherwise, it's pretty much going to KO. All right, now, I don't know what we're going to do here. All right, let that go. Bring in the Articuno. They're going to immediately swap. This is our last Pokemon here. We're up against a Scrafty. I think I'm gonna back out. That's a wrap. That Charizard is waiting back there with energy as well. All right, so we have Swampert, Dragalge, and Trevenant. I was getting sick and tired of those Tentacruel leads, so I'm gonna go ahead and put Swampert up here, and we got a Buzzwole. I mean, it's okay, I guess. It's pretty random here, so let's go ahead and see what we have going on. Pretty neutral matchup. Those lunges are going to do quite a bit of damage, shielding at the first Hydro Cannon so they can lower the attack, then take the next ones much easier, of course, while lunge is just pretty strong on top of having that effect every single time. That is really good. And we're swapping into our Dragalge, and of course they have a counter, which is going to be their Walrein here. So we're going to go ahead and shield up that first one, go for an Outrage up against their Walrein, see if we can do some nice damage, and they're letting it go, seeing they don't want to use that last shield. Makes sense. And that Buzzwole does have energy, so we have to keep that in mind, and we're surviving so they can farm us that much more. That's not very good. We're going to go ahead and bring in Swampert, and we're able to take them out. That's good. That's good. Going for the Hydro Cannon before they get off a charge move, then letting it go because they know if they can survive. Getting to another one here. Now, they're just farming me down at this point, so that was their plan. They're going to farm me down, use up their shields. We bring in the Trevenant. Now, we are part grass, so it is going to still do a ton of damage. The Ghost is kind of neutralizing that, but after 2, we're going to be looking pretty bad here. So I go ahead and use my last shield, and they have an Ampharos in the back, and we already know that this thing is going to have Brutal Swing. Can we pull this off? Well, they did debuff us by 2 stages, so I don't think that's going to happen. And yeah, that's going to KO right about there. Swampert has some more HP, and down we go. Oh boy, we are dropping. We are dropping dramatically. It was bad. I started tilting, and I really raged pretty hard today. Okay, so we're going to go with what? Scrafty. I'm kind of looking for a fire type. We're going to put Charizard on the team and look for the Cobalion. Okay, so what I wanted to do here was pull out fighters, counter users. So watch what happens. We're successful. We pulled out the Obstagoon up front, and check this out. They have another counter user in the back. Okay, it's about patterns. It really happens here. Okay, just 2 fighters all of a sudden when we have 2 Pokemon weak to fighting, right? Yeah, so this is the reason why I was losing my mind. And also, for the people who are experiencing this as well on their accounts. So basically, I looked on his phone and I saw that they were not encountering the same kind of things that I was. It was crazy, obviously a different rank, but it was so much different. I couldn't believe it. It's incredible. Anyway, I should make a new account and see what happens, right? And hide the name. Always hide the name so Niantic doesn't know. All right, how about that? Okay, so we got a Giratina out here. Gonna go ahead and go for the Dragon Claw. Ooh, that's an interesting thing, huh? That sounds really good. All right, bringing in the Scrafty, trying to scrape together this win here. And as much as I wanted to go for foul play, I feel like that was overkill. We need to kind of conserve our energy here. Power Up Punch, obviously it's not going to KO, but we're going to be able to still take this hit and continue on here. Got that Machamp. We got one shield left. If we shield this up, we should be able to counter down. We're letting it go. What? Okay, yeah, we got that Charizard. All right. I was paying attention. I was yapping before. Okay. Oh, I don't know what I'm talking about. They got a whole other Pokemon. Like I was going to do something. There's that Obstagoon. And we're taking a loss. Okay. So we pulled out the 2 counter users. And this was just an experiment. I was going to see if the consistency would continue on. So let's see if we can have another counter user pop up here. What do you know? A fighting. There you go. All right. And I didn't do any cuts or anything like that, so you can see it yourself. If we swap to a Dragonite, you're going to see Walreins in the lead. If I put Dragonite up front, you can see Walreins in the lead. It's just the way it goes, or Granville potentially, something like that. All right, so we're going to go ahead and swap to catch a Sacred Sword with the Charizard. Very nice catch, and they are, I do believe, we were treating with energy on that Cobalion. Going to go for a Dragon Claw up against that Shadow Swampert that they just threw into the, oh, not Shadow, regular Swampert. Going for another Dragon Claw. You can go Blast Burn. It's doing a ton of damage, but they're shielding that one up. So, okay. And I think it's going to be best that we just let this go. Absolutely. That would be crazy if I was to shield up that Charizard and it'd be like, okay, you kind of deserve to lose now. All right, bringing in the Scrafty and easily letting this go. And I think we want to go for the foul play to cleanly take them out here. We don't want to waste any time by allowing them to get to another Hydro Cannon here. And that it's enough to take them out. One more counter. Okay, sounds good. And Cobalion almost able to take them out. Unfortunately, not going to use a shield here. What is in the back? It's going to be a Trevenant. All right. Thank you for watching and take care.
The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done.
Hey! So you're finally here! Fantastic!